Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2 finale. 40th episode. Oh, it's been such a wonderful journey. This season has been so good. Oh boy, I am very excited for this finale. Even though I sound a bit tired, I'm just very it's it's been a fun journey, and I thank you all for joining me on it, and for all of you new viewers who come to join me later on the journey. I thank you. I'm very grateful for every last one of you for helping me get through this, even though it hasn't been a hard journey per se, since the episodes are. It is entertaining after all. It's great to have positive reinforcement after all. That's what keeps you coming back. But without further ado, let's get on to the finale. I am very interested to see how this episode, this season will wrap up.
Water. Earth. Fire.
I wonder if Aang will just improvise some fire.
Long ago, the four nations lived together
Azula
in
will
harmony.
probably
Then,
assault
everything changed
Zuko.
when the Fire Nation
Or
attacked.
capture him. That would be.
Only the Avatar,
I wonder
master
though.
of all four elements,
There are so
could
many
stop them.
stories
But when
left,
the world needed him most, he
like so many
vanished.
storylines left
100
untold,
years
or
passed and my
that
brother and I
might get
discovered
left
the
open.
new Avatar,
There are so many
an
things they
Airbender
have to
named
go
Aang.
through.
And although his
I
airbending
wonder.
skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone.
I wonder if the Earth Nation,
But I
the Fire
believe
Nation will just
Aang
attack
can save the world.
or passing Sail in particular now. That would be quite magnificent, because that would mean that I correctly called it.
You seem
I wonder.
different somehow.
Things are looking up, Uncle.
We're in perfect position to organize a coup and overthrow the Earth King.
Yes,
Key is the Dai Li.
I want to make a deal.
Daily.
If you are to master the Avatar state, you must clear all the chakras.
Oh.
in danger! I have to go!
Well, considering that it was literally like 2 minutes,
Cease to exist.
2 minutes since I watched this, so. Crossroads of Destiny. I forgot to mention that title because it's awesome. That title is
So, what kind of
so
trouble is
cool.
Katara in?
I don't know. In my vision, I just knew she needed help.
It'd be nice if your Avatar powers could be just a little more specific from time to time.
You don't say.
What is that?
The ad stuff. I didn't mention how cool that is.
The
I didn't
Earth
mention how
King and
cool
the
that
Council of
surfing
Five
was.
do not trust the Dai Li. They imprisoned your leader, Long Feng. Soon they will turn on all of you and eliminate you. Seizing power today is a matter of life and death. This coup must be swift and decisive. The Earth King and each of the 5 generals must be taken out simultaneously. Long Feng has placed you in my command while we overthrow the government. If I sense any disloyalty, any hesitation, any weakness at all, I will snuff it out. That is all.
Nice speech.
This
Azula.
coup is
It was
quite
pretty
interesting.
and poetic, but also scary in a good way.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna make that one guy pee his pants.
There are still a few loose ends. The Avatar, and my brother and uncle.
Many times I imagine myself here, at the threshold of the palace. But I always thought I would.
Okay. I didn't pause in that previous episode at all, but here I am going to, because this moment is very significant for Iroh in particular, considering that he was the one who sieged the city so many years ago, and that was quite a tragic moment for him, seeing as he lost his son in that. He lost his son trying to get to this place in particular, and now he's been invited there. This is so immaculate. It's
would be here as a
quite
conqueror.
interesting and
Instead,
cool.
we are the Earth King's personal guests, here to serve him tea. Destiny is a funny thing.
It
Indeed.
sure is, Uncle.
So how did it go with the guru? Did you master the Avatar state?
If you leave now, you won't be able to go into the Avatar state at all.
Aang, are you okay?
I'm great. It went great with the Guru. I completely mastered the Avatar state.
Also, it will come down to them using that. Huh. Yeah, they rehashed that story part, but whatever.
Maybe the Earth King overslept?
Dai Li, huh?
Something's not right.
It's tea time.
Azula!
Have you met the Dai Li? They're earthbenders, but they have a killer instinct that's so firebender. I just love it.
Did I ever tell you how I got the nickname, the Dragon of the West?
I'm not interested in a lengthy anecdote, Uncle.
It's more of a demonstration, really.
Awesome. We get to see him subtract. Yeah. Not exactly what I had hoped for, but it's cool nonetheless. You could use earthbending to shoot bullets.
Come on! You'll be fine!
No! I'm tired of running. It's time I faced Azula.
But... Okay, sorry, I'll pause again. Oh man, it's really gonna become a running joke. But... now that Zuko is in peace, he can conduct lightning. Probably not bend it himself. But he can redirect it now. At least I'm quite certain of that. That's what it feels like, considering that his emotions were the only thing that were holding him back. I also think that I hypothesized about the cold flame possibility. I have a really strong feeling that could be a thing, considering how Zuko changed.
So dramatic. What? Are you going to challenge me to an Agni Kai?
Yes! I challenge you!
No thanks.
Yeah. Well, that was quite pathetic. The Dai Li are very cool.
You have nothing to worry about.
But in my vision, I felt so sure that she was in trouble.
Well, she met with the Council of Generals to plan the invasion, and since then, she's been off with your friends, the Kyoshi warriors.
See, Aang? She's with Suki. They're probably back at our apartment right now talking about makeup or something.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Believe me, if there was any danger at all, Bosco's animal instincts would sense it.
No, it won't, but... This kind of reminds me from the... whatever. Oh, that's a really cool dungeon.
Zuko!
That'll be interesting for them to converse. That might be that will be a very interesting conversation, to say the least.
There's no one else here.
Katara is in trouble. I knew it.
Oh no.
Suki is probably dead.
Someone's at the door. Actually, I know who it is. It's an old friend of mine. Glad to see you're okay.
I need your help.
Cool. That's interesting that Toph can
You guys know each other?
recognize
I met him in the woods once
from
and knocked him down. Then he gave me tips
recognize
and very good advice.
them from their
May I
weight,
come in?
probably.
Princess Azula is here in Ba Sing Se.
She must have Katara.
She has captured my nephew as well.
Then we'll work together to fight Azula and save Katara and Zuko.
Whoa there. You lost me at Zuko.
I know how you must feel about my nephew, but believe me when I tell you there is good inside him.
Good inside him isn't enough. Why don't you come back when it's outside him too, okay?
Katara's in trouble. All of Ba Sing Se is in trouble. Working together is our best chance.
He didn't mention that
I
Zuko
brought
freed
someone
the
along
bison.
who might be able to help us.
Who will it be? Oh, it's just one of the Dai Li. Okay.
Azula and Longfeng are plotting a coup. They're going to overthrow the Earth King.
My sister! Where are they keeping Katara?
In the crystal catacombs of old Ba Sing Se, deep beneath the palace.
Cool.
The movement
movements of all the generals in the Earth King have been plotted out step by step.
Good. And the Fire Nation Princess is cooperating?
Oh yes, more than cooperating. She's really taken charge. She's terrifying and inspirational at the same time. It's hard to explain.
He knows what's up.
Why did they throw you in here? Oh wait, let me guess. It's a trap. So that when Aang shows up to help me, you can finally have him in your little Fire Nation clutches. You're a terrible person, you know that? Always following us, hunting the Avatar, trying to capture the world's last hope for peace? But what do you care? You're the Fire Lord's son. Spreading war and violence and hatred is in your blood.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't? How dare you? You have no idea what this war has put me through. Me personally. The Fire Nation took my mother away from me.
I'm sorry. That's something we have in common.
That's
well, what do you know?
cool.
There is an ancient city down there, but it's deep.
We should split up. Aang, you go with Iroh to look for Katara and the Angry Jerk. No offense.
None taken.
And I'll go with Toph to warn the Earth King about Azula's coup.
That's clever, because Earth is very effective against fire.
So, Toph thinks you give pretty good advice. And great tea.
The key to both is proper aging. What's on your mind?
Well, I met with this guru who was supposed to help me master the Avatar state and control this great power. But to do it, I had to let go of someone I love. And I just couldn't.
Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love.
What happens if we can't
There are
save
different
everyone
kinds
in
of
Azula
wisdoms in the
without
world.
the Avatar state? What if I'm not powerful enough?
I don't know the answer. Sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Indeed.
But if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
Cool. That crystal,
There's General Hao.
that old pausing say is interesting.
What's going on here?
You're under house arrest.
The coup is happening right now. We've got to warn the Earth King.
Or you could have helped the general, but that is one way to do it. This is quite... Those... this is cool. It's... The dialogue are so cool.
Thank goodness we're in time.
And
in time
good.
for what?
Yeah, what are you in time for? Cutie.
I'm kinda involved with Suki.
Who? They're not the real Kyoshi warriors.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I wonder how swiftly Toph could, like, earthbend, like, good... She,
like we're dancing together.
technically speaking, bend bullets from air. Neat. That's a pretty cool way to capture things. Hey, it's a Pokeball.
Get them all out of my sight.
That's a very effective coup. And here will be the final
Now comes
confrontation.
the part where I double-cross you.
Yes.
Dai Li, arrest the Fire Nation Princess. I said, arrest her.
Who double crosses
What is wrong with you?
It's because they haven't made up their minds. They're waiting to see how this is going to end.
What are you talking about?
I can see your whole history in your eyes. You were born with nothing, so you've had to struggle and connive and claw your way to power. But true power the divine right to rule, is something you're born with. The fact is, they don't know which one of us is going to be sitting on that throne, and which one is going to be bowing down. But I know, and you know.
Interesting.
Well...
You've beaten me at my own game.
Don't flatter yourself. You were never even a player.
That Azula
I'm
is
sorry I yelled
really
at you
cool.
before.
It doesn't matter.
It's just that for so long now, whenever I would imagine the face of the enemy, it was your face.
My face. I see.
No, that's not what I meant.
It's okay. I used to think this scar marked me. The mark of the banished prince, cursed to chase the Avatar forever. But lately, I've realized I'm free to determine my own destiny, even if I'll never be free of my mark.
Maybe you could be free of it.
What?
I have healing abilities.
It's a scar. It can't be healed.
This is exactly what I had hoped
This is
for.
water from the spirit oasis at the
Oh,
North Pole.
yeah. Earlier, when I mentioned that they would, when they were drinking that water, I mistook it for that water.
It has special
So, yeah.
properties, so I've been saving it for something important. I don't know if it would work, but... Aang!
This will be interesting to see how Zuko will handle this. It's already halfway through the episode.
Uncle, I don't understand. What are you doing with the Avatar?
Saving you, that's what.
Zuko, it's time we talked. Go help your other friends. We'll catch up with you.
Why, Uncle?
You're not the man you used to be, Zuko. You are stronger and wiser and freer than you have ever been. And now you have come to the crossroads of your destiny.
Cool.
It's time for you to choose. It's time for you to choose good.
This is again interesting.
I expected this kind of treachery from.
This is again interesting to see. Like, it's a very interesting reflection that that is very reminiscent of ancient scriptures, where there are basically two of main characters, one which is evil and one which is good. And one of the heaviest references I can actually draw from, and how what majority of the people probably will recognize, is I could kind of compare this to Star Wars, because that's everybody knows that. Like in Star Wars, the original trilogy, it's often well, it's pretty clear that Luke Skywalker is the main character, and he is very easily compared to Aang in Avatar. And majority of the story actually revolves around Darth Vader, or Anakin, if we're gonna go that way. And he is the evil representation of the story. And we can actually compare Anakin, or Darth Vader, to Zuko in this part, which is interesting to see. Like, Anakin played, technically speaking, a lot bigger role than Luke in the whole story. As we can see here, Zuko's journey has been, if not at least equivalent to Aang, it has been an interesting one to follow. And we can see very easily compare it to the, well, Anakin's story. Like, Zuko is definitely the second main character, and this is very interesting to see. Now let's continue. Sorry, I have so many things to say.
Zuko, you're a lot of things, but you're not a traitor, are you?
Release him immediately.
It's not too late for you, Zuko. You can still redeem yourself.
The kind of redemption she offers is not for you.
Why don't
This
you
is
let him
indeed
decide,
this is indeed
Uncle?
the crossroads.
I need you, Zuko. I've plotted every move of this day, this glorious day in Fire Nation history, and the only way we win is together. At the end of this day, you will have your honor back.
This is indeed the part where the story splits into two.
Zuko, I am begging you, look into your heart and see what it is that you truly want.
You are free to choose.
I wanna be a dragon.
We've got to find Sokka.
He is going with Azula. Yep. At least I think he'll follow Azula, but then he'll turn against her. Considering that now Zuko is a good guy, after all. That blue fire is so powerful. It's very cool. And now Zuko comes in. Against two though. Azula. Aang.
See any Dai Li agents nearby?
Nope. All clear. Let's go!
I'm not leaving without Bosco!
That is cool. Oh, that's awesome. Again, we can see reflections of the hero's journey. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Literally awesome. Oh my god, Zuko is amazing. Anyway, we can see reflections of the hero's journey in even this scene, like Zuko is denying him being good, and also that water could cut iron, so that's awesome. Oh my god, everything is so cool. Oh, hey, that's very reminiscent of the drill episode. Kind of a cool callback, I'd say. Oh, are they actually winning? Oh my god, it's a freaking Leviathan form. That is... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Huh.
I thought you had changed.
That's a pretty cool way to fight.
I have changed.
Hmm. That is awesome. That is cool. That's badass confrontation.
Come on,
Unfortunately.
it's easy. You
Huh.
just walk on your front paws instead of your rear ones, like this. That is a nice trick.
Just take the bear.
Bosco!
It's pretty cool how that girl is very undecisive. Yep. Awaken your true powers, Anakin. Face the dark side. I mean, what? Oh, hey, look, it's the Dai Li. Interesting. Oh, that's a cool octopus form. I can't remember the name of that technique.
There's too many.
The only way is to let her go.
I'm sorry, Katara.
Oh, So he was still able to reconsolidate his power. Hello! It's the Super Jesus mode time! That?
You've got to get out of here. I'll hold them off as long as I can.
Holy crap! Oh hey, look. Cast Resurrection. Resuscitate his heart.
We've done it, Zuko. It's taken 100 years, but the Fire Nation has conquered Ba Sing Se.
I betrayed Uncle.
No, he betrayed you. Zuko, when you return home, Father will welcome you as a war hero.
But I don't have the Avatar. What if Father doesn't restore my honor?
He doesn't need to, Zuko. Today, you restored your own honor.
The Earth Kingdom has fallen.
Oh my. Holy. Okay. First off, I was kind of right. It was an attack on the Earth Kingdom, but from the inside. I did not definitely expect it to go that way. Oh my goodness, this... I definitely did not expect it to go that way. This is... Frankly speaking, I am very glad they went this way, because this was so unexpected. Because everything went wrong, and it was awesome. Like they went very much against the expectable, or the expected events that would occur, like Zuko would become a good guy, and would defeat them, and their kingdom would be free. But instead, they went with this, and I just want to start the third season immediately, because this left so many unanswered questions. And apparently, Azula is now a God Slayer. Like, she, technically speaking, almost killed the Avatar. Which is frankly speaking, quite amazing. I have a suspicion that they have the knowledge of the Avatar state so far that they do know that if Aang is killed in that mode, the Avatar will stop. The cycle will end. At least that's what I feel like. I feel that the Fire Nation has studied its research, and they do know of the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipses, and of the Avatar, of course. That's what I feel like. And so that's why I feel like this was so shocking. Like, it went so against my expectations. It's, frankly speaking, remarkable how well they executed it. It was so, like, it's so cool. Like, and even in those last moments, you could, in the fight, you could see Zuko's hesitation. Like, he was not sure about what to do, even during the fight. But he was concentrating on the fight. But that was so cool, and the whole fight scene was amazing. Oh my god, this finale was so damn good, and that is. Oh, hey, by the way, this formed a really nice circle. I compared it to Star Wars earlier. This makes a nice comparison again. In the first one, the good guys win. In the second one, the bad guys win. And in the last one, the good guys win permanently. Which is, again, very, very, very heavily influenced by the hero's journey. Which, oh my gosh, the whole series, like, I earlier in some comments hypothesized how the whole series takes the form of the hero's journey, both for Zuko and Aang. But I did not expect it to go this way. Or at least follow it like so closely to the format of the hero's journey. And because this is exactly following the format. But the thing is that it breaks tradition to follow the format this closely. Even though, like, Star Wars did follow it this closely, or at least the original trilogy. It's, oh my gosh, it's so... This is probably one of my favorite finales ever, because it's so unusual. Because the bad guys win. In every way. It's quite shocking, really. And I do wonder if Aang had not been hostile towards Zuko, or if Kitara had managed to heal his scar, what would have happened? That would be. There are so many possibilities what could have happened. It's very cool. This is. I mean, even though it was mostly full of action, and I have stated upon many occasions that action is not one of my favorite parts of the show. The characterization is. Even though the action is definitely entertaining and well made. And the choreography is always a pleasure to behold. Because the majority of the episode was fighting, I was not as entertained as I could have been. But are you not entertained? It was so amazing. Oh my gosh. Like, this episode had one of the best pacings of any episode so far, because I feel like it went at the correct pace, and it leads very, very well. It ends in a very somber and a soft moment, and at a very slow tempo, and that's a very perfect ending for a season, especially considering what happened and how we are led up to the next season. It's quite, frankly speaking, it's quite amazing. It's so cool. It's definitely, this is, as I said, this is probably one of my favorite finales ever. Maybe disregarding MLB. MLB Season 4 finale, but that's a whole different matter. It's... I don't know what to say. Frankly speaking, I am at loss for words. I don't know if I'm gonna even make the vlog, a season review vlog today, because I kind of want to consider my thoughts about the whole episode. Or the whole season, rather. This episode was so different from anything we have seen so far. And it's a very good thing. And I have no complaints about this episode. Because even though it had a lot of action, it's not by no means bad. I'm just a freak of nature that I do not enjoy action, even as a male that I am. But that's due to certain circumstances, and that's not a matter of yours. That's not a concern of yours yet. At least that's not what I'm here to talk about. It's good. It's one of my favorite. It's so good. It didn't get as close to my heart as many of the earlier episodes, but that's because it was... I'm frankly speaking shocked. And I'm repeating that words, frankly speaking. That's a poor use of literature. Whatever. It's good. This is in my opinion, one of the more perfect season finales in the midway of the show. It's so good. I really want to jump to the third season immediately, but I want to do the season review vlog. This is... I don't know what to say. I honestly am at loss for words. Everything was so good. This episode has so many good moments. Oh, I'm gonna write, like, I am going to have to hold up this episode as one of the best ways of storytelling in like any animation show ever. And okay, maybe not. The Appa episode, or the Lost Days of Appa, was perhaps one of the better ones, because of the because it communicated so much without using words. But this was definitely a very good... This is a very good place for the season to stop. And frankly speaking, if this kind of episode would have not been a finale, it would have really broke the mood. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's freaking amazing. It is so good that I am at a loss for words. I do not know how to describe this episode. Other than watch it, analyze it, look at it closely, and journey in the depths of storytelling. It's cool. I'm sorry that I couldn't actually say anything intelligent here, because it's very hard to speak about this episode, because it's so different. I would have preferred to have something interesting or intriguing to tell you, or some fun or interesting anecdotes or something or anything, but I don't know. This episode was so different. And it's so good. I'm repeating myself, but I do not mind me repeating myself this much in this kind of context, at least. I don't know. This is one of the episodes I'm gonna have to rewatch quite a few times and just go through many of the scenes just to see all of the minor details and significant things they mentioned. Huh. I wonder if Aang can still go into the Avatar state, because he, technically speaking, died. Could that mean actually that there's no more Avatar? Like, technically speaking, Avatar. Although his arrow glowed in the end, so that wouldn't make any sense. It's interesting. Well, with that, the season comes to an end. and it has been quite a journey. I've almost kept up the very good schedule of 1 video per day, and I'm quite happy with that. And apparently you have been satisfied with that as well. It has been a very good journey, and I'm glad I have taken this journey. I'm glad that you have joined me on this journey, and I'm going to repeat the word journey quite a few times during the outro. As per always, I am very grateful for your views and comments and likes, because this is a journey that I wish to share with everyone. I want to give you all my opinions, and I'm glad that you pay attention to them, because, or at least that I'm glad that people are paying attention to me. I'm a freaking attention whore, but it's cool. This season has been a very, very good one. I have immensely enjoyed it, and I have enjoyed all the conversations I have had in the comments so far, and I am looking forward to having more conversations in the comments. So I made even a video thanking you, but I must repeat myself. Thank you all very much for viewing me. It means a lot to me. It means so much to me. And with that out of the way, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a great day. Ganamu out for a while.